Forgive me, but it's going to be a little bit of a rant video, so it's going to be much longer than is going to be allowable on TikTok, and I'm not going to break it up into several clips to make it in different parts for TikTok. So I'm going to post the first minute of this to TikTok, and then you guys are going to have to go to the link in my bio, which is my website, go to my video content, find my YouTube page, and watch the rest of it. But I'm going to rant for several minutes. I posted a video on why I don't shop at Chick-fil-A or Hobby Lobby. I talked about the homophobia and the anti-abortion. I talked about how I don't want my money going to that. And the video has gotten quite a bit of feedback, including several private messages from people who don't have the balls or the moral fortitude to say what they have to say at a public forum. So this is kind of like my general response to all of that bullshit. One of the responses that I keep getting in some variation, sorry about that, in some variation, one way or another, is why are you getting so worked up about it? You're a straight man. Basically, it doesn't affect you. So what do you care? You're not gay. So what do you care if gays can't get married? You're not a woman. So what do you care if they ban abortions or, do X, Y, or Z? Okay. It matters because humanity matters, right? It matters because of macro reasons and micro reasons. Let me give you some micro reasons real quick. They say that all politics is local, right? Nobody really gives a shit about something until that something is knocking on their front door. Well, women's issues are an issue for me, even though I'm a man, because I'm married to a woman. Been with my wife for 24 years. She is my partner in life. I also have two daughters, ages 19 and 16. So I actually have three women in my immediate family, and we haven't even touched on cousins, aunts, grandmothers, blah, 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 blah. So I have skin in the game, right? I have an interest in taking care of my daughters, let's say at a minimum, right? It is within my best interest to make sure that my daughter's best interests are taken care of. Now let's take it a step further to the next one. I have gay friends. My middle child is gay. Yes, I got her permission to talk about this. She is technically out to everybody. It's not a secret, but she hasn't made some kind of formal announcement, but her and I had a conversation about it. She said I could discuss this in video format. So my 16-year-old daughter is a lesbian, a woman and a lesbian. So I have skin in the game, right? I have interests on the table. But beyond that, and it took. Listen, I'm a straight white man from a small town in southern Indiana. All right, I dropped the N-word. I called Mexicans derogatory statements. I called gay people derogatory statements. I was sexist as fuck. And it took me getting the fuck out of that mindset and seeing the world, getting married, and having kids to realize, wow, that's really not how shit's supposed to go. You know what I mean? And now I'm sitting here at 48 years old, and I've got these two daughters in the house, and I'm uber political. I have been my whole life. And I'm watching the politics of the world, and I'm looking around my house, and I'm going, wow, this is fucked up. Just think about this. In addition to my two daughters, I have a 9-year-old son. So a 19-year-old daughter, 16-year-old daughter, 9-year-old son. My entire life, we have been fighting politically about wedge issues, right? The wedge issues are these geo-socio-political issues that drive wedges in between different classes of people. And we have been arguing over laws about wedge issues literally my entire life. And it just dawned on me here that in all that time, in all that pissing and moaning and all that arguing, we have never once fought about a law that would affect my son. But we have always fought about laws that would affect my daughters. Think about that. Think about that. Now, you could say, well, your daughters have a seat at the table now. They got a voice. Do they? I mean, my grandmother is from a time when they couldn't vote. All right? In my lifetime, gay people couldn't get married. So, I'm telling you, they don't have a voice. They don't have a seat at the fucking table. Believe me, if they did, shit would be going a whole lot differently, baby. A whole lot differently, okay? And I'm looking around, and I'm seeing straight white men making laws, or arguing about making laws, about lesbian women, gay men. I'm sitting here going, I'm on this side of the fence now, right? I'm standing there with my daughter. I got my arm around my lesbian daughter going, well, but wait a minute. Did you guys ask any of them? We got lesbian women over here. We got some gay men over here. We have trans people back here. We got, I don't know what the fuck. Listen, man, I'm 48 and I'm just now coming around. Okay, I lived my whole life in a different kind of world. I don't know what they call themselves these days, but did you ask any of them about any of these laws you're thinking about passing? No. Then don't fucking pass them. Talk to them first. Now, somebody will come at me and they'll go, now, there are laws that affect your son. Tax law affects your son. I'm not talking about a law that affects everybody in the whole nation. Yeah, economic policy, tax law, hell, even foreign policy decisions that affect the safety of every American affect my son. I'm talking about the fact that my entire life we have been arguing about making laws that concern certain subsects of people within our society, and we ain't talking to those fucking subsects about what the fuck they think about it. In other words, we didn't learn our fucking lessons for fuck all when it came to what we did to the Native Americans, what we did to the Japanese, what we did to black people, what we did to Mexican people. We still haven't learned our fucking lesson. Now that's the micro level. Sorry, I actually came out of my fucking house because my daughter, my middle daughter, Lily Marie, is in there doing e-learning. And my office is right next door to hers, and I am already loud. I'm half Sicilian, and I tend to get a bit fucking raunchy. And, yeah, I'm Sicilian. I'm half Sicilian on my mom's side. I'm half hillbilly on my dad's side from southern Indiana. So if you've never met a Sicilian hillbilly, there you go, baby. Anywho, let's take a look at this shit from a macro level now, shall we? On a macro level, the problem that we have as a species is that we literally, and I'm as guilty of this as anybody else on the planet, but we literally argue about shit we invented to argue about. Think about that for a minute. We are at each other's fucking throats about shit we invented to argue with people about. I'm being dead serious. Think about it. Those maps online, we argue about borders, right? They don't exist, homie. We drew them. We created that problem. We argue about something we created. Right? Religion. We created that. That is a man-made invention. Literally. Men created it. And we argue about it. We have fucking wars about it, and we fucking created it. Why? Because we focus on the bullshit. We focus on I do it too. We focus on the bullshit instead of the commonalities. Sit 1,000 Trump supporters down in a room next to 1,000 Obama supporters in a room and ask them the same fucking questions at the same fucking times and leave politics out of it, and you are going to find that all of them are alike. Ask them, do you want to raise your family in a safe environment in a safe town that's low in crime? Yes. Don't ask them what they think is the process on getting there. Is that their goal? Yes. Do you want to just be left alone and be able to live your life the way you want to live your life? Yes. Do you want to be able to earn a living wage for doing a day's worth of, getting a decent wage for a day's worth of work? Yes. Everybody in the room is going to have the same set of criteria. Maybe there's going to be one or two psycho fucknuts that are like, nah, I want to watch the whole thing burn. All right, carve them out. Put them in a special room and let them roll their turds into little balls and eat paste for the rest of their life. For the rest of us, you got to take a look at those fucking similarities, right? And then you ask yourself, well, wait a minute. If we all have the same fucking goals in life, why are we arguing? Well, because we've gotten so tribal about the process on how to get there, right? I have a friend who lives directly across the street from me. He's a libertarian. We have diametrically opposed views on how to go about running a society, running a nation, but we get along great because we understand at the end of the day, we both want the same thing out of life. I want my nice little house and to be left alone and for my 3 kids to be safe. He wants his nice little house and to be left alone and for his 2 sons to be safe. Same fucking goals. Why? Because we're all part of the same fucking species, man. And that's what we fucking forgot. I know I'm coming off as a bit of a fucking old-time hippie on this. Like, let's go fucking start a commune. I realize that the horse is out of the barn, the toothpaste is out of the tube. Pick your fucking metaphor. And we're not going to go back to some kumbaya global society in which we all barter goods and we're no longer living with borders and military and government. I understand that. The toothpaste is out of the tube. I get it. I'm saying on a macro level, if you look at it, the shit we're arguing about is shit we invented because we forgot that we're all part of the same fucking family. Literally. Okay, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in a God. And a lot of you guys see this video and go, well, I don't believe in you. I'm not with you there, Tom. And I can understand it. My wife is a believer. My oldest daughter, 19, is a believer. People of different views can coexist, right? As an atheist, I believe that we are all borrowed energy, right? On this, the earth created us out of energy from it. And when we die, we give that energy back to the earth, and then it reforms and it becomes something else. At some point in time, the energy that currently is me ranting into my phone out in my Acadia is going to become a tree or a bush or some grass or a rhinoceros or whatever the fuck it is that my energy winds up becoming after I'm gone, dead, and buried, right? That's what I believe. And if we just look at it from a standpoint of we're all part of the same borrowed energy, so we're all part of the same family, then maybe we can start getting back to some commonalities instead of all the shit that makes us different. I mean, there are a million things that make us different, right? I'm white, he's black. I'm straight, he's gay, right? I'm short, he's tall. He's skinny, I'm fat as fuck. I'm a man, she's a woman. I'm an American, she's a Russian. Whatever. There's a difference all over the place. But look at the same. We all want the same shit, right? We all want the same shit. We all want to be happy. We all want to be surrounded by the people we love. We want to make sure that the things that we love are safe. The people that we love are safe. And we want to just fucking live our lives. So let's have civilized discussion moving forward about this shit instead of these hate-filled conversations. And I'm like I said, I'm guilty as sin when it comes to this. And then getting back to the basic overarching point of this entire video, when you send me a message and ask me why I get binged up about gay rights and women's rights when I'm a straight man, it's that, going back to that first statement I made, it's because humanity still fucking matters, man. It really is. My father was a racist dude, right? Disgustingly racist. And when my stepmother was going through pancreatic cancer and chemotherapy and shit was bad, and she needed help with my father, and my father fell between the toilet and the sink, the guy who got him up because my stepmother couldn't because she was so weak from the chemo was the Mexican that lived behind him in the alley. You know what I mean? My father used to drop the N-word on the fucking hourly. And his best friend at work was a black man from the south side of Chicago. Get past the bullshit, man. Why does it affect me? Why do I get binged up? Because these are my fellow humans, man. Because I have a gay daughter. Because I have daughters and a wife. Because I've come to realize in 48 years that hating somebody else for being different than me like that, being gay or being black or being Hispanic is really, I'm sorry to say, it's fucking stupid and it's a waste of my time. I mean, why am I getting binged up about gay rights? Why aren't you? Why aren't you seeing your fellow human being shit on by somebody else and not going, hey, whoa, that's unacceptable, man? She's trying to get, a sandwich from the sub shop, and you're ripping on her because she's got a rainbow flag scarf. What the fuck, or why are you ripping on that fucking guy for, just because he's black and he wants to sit in the front of the bus? It doesn't fucking make any sense to me why you guys would send these messages to me. I turn the fucking question around on yourself. Why aren't you? Why aren't you getting binged up about a government that wants to take away the rights of gay people and tell women they can't control their own bodies? Listen, I get it. I've made videos about this before. I'm the safest motherfucker in the country, right? I am a late middle-aged, white, upper middle income male in middle America, right? Safest fucking thing. People talk about white privilege. Motherfucker, I am here to tell you it exists. It exists. Privileged beyond fucking recognition. Banks don't give a fucking shit about loaning to me. They'll loan to me in a heartbeat. Somebody will sell me their house without thinking about it. Employers will hire me without giving it a care in the world. Nobody crosses the street when I come down walking down the block. Nobody is freaked out if I stand behind them at the ATM. Nobody's looking for me. Nobody's worried about me. Safe as a fucking puppy. And my son, my 9-year-old son, Tommy Lee Powell III, growing up here in a small town in the southwest suburbs of Chicago, in fucking middle America, Illinois, I'm going to hand that baton to him, and he's not going to have a fucking care in the world. My daughters, not only are they going to have a care in the world, they already got cares, man. I've seen shit in the 24 years I've been with my wife that I've looked at it and I'm like, well, that's not right. I made a video about this before on TikTok, I see shit that my wife deals with at work or that my daughters deal with at school. And you're like, whoa, fuck, you guys, that's what you guys deal with? We have no fucking clue. We don't deal with it. People like us get used for one thing, maybe, money, right? Somebody latches onto you and gets married to you for money. It's not the case where I'm at. I'm actually retired and my wife works. Once again, privileged as fuck. I mean, dude, when you want to talk about a privileged fucking life, for somebody that started out dirt fucking poor, and I mean dirt fucking poor, steady diet of government fucking cheese, a house where the wind fucking howled through it, hand-me-down clothes, raggedy fucking cars, dirt fucking poor. Dirt fucking poor. I started out with that and had my mom fucking boxing my ears and beating the shit out of me. That was my beginning in life. You would not think that was a privileged person, but still yet, I was fucking privileged as fuck, man. I got to pitch it all and live out of a tent for 4 years while hitchhiking across the country and following the Grateful Dead. All right, I got to fall ass backwards into a landscape career that turned into a 26-year career, and I got to own my own business for 6 of them. I got to retire early at 45. I got to have a great wife and a nice house in a little town with wonderful kids, right? I got a roof over my head, and I own 3 bathrooms. Doesn't seem like a lot, right? In the world, it's fucking everything, man. Yeah, I am privileged as fuck. I am sitting in my running Acadia so I can stay toasty warm while I talk into my $1,100 iPhone to bitch about things in the world. Privileged as fuck. So I get that it's a topic that draws a lot of conversation, but guys, why am I getting binged up about it when it doesn't affect me? I think it affects all of us. If it affects one of us, it affects all of us. At least that's the way it should be. If it affects one human being, if it affects my neighbor across the street, it affects me. He lives across the street from me. He's my buddy. He's my pal. We talk frequently. I'm at his house. He comes over here. He borrows shit from my shed. Yeah. I don't want him to have a bad life. I don't want him to have a hard time. That affects me. Why the fuck wouldn't it? All right, I'll wrap it up, man. I've been fucking rambling for the better part of 21 minutes. I told you fucking TikTokers it was going to be a fucking ramble. So I don't know. I don't know what to say, man, when I get messages like that. Just refer back to this fucking video, I guess. For the love of fucking Pete. It affects me because I'm fucking human, man. It affects me because I'm fucking human. It's the only answer I got. Peace, love, and tacos. Go get yourself some margaritas, would you please? Fucking hit one up.